Thanks for sacrificing goats, by the way.
Wow, what a thing to go live with. That was a joke, okay? Okay, Paula's been given a clean bill of health, and I was saying I sacrificed many goats and chickens in order for this, for her to be, and it's a joke, okay? But welcome back to the channel. And Paula, how are you?
I'm
Pretty
doing
good.
fine. Do you want me to talk about the Odyssey, or should we leave it like that?
Sure, why not?
Okay, I
Let's go
went to see
straight
the
in. Why
Odyssey.
not?
I went to see the Odyssey of Spider-Man.
Okay.
I think that the Odyssey would have been a very great movie were it not for Ellen Page and that Black Helena, but
Mhm.
because Matt Damon was very good in it.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Oh yeah, he was. He was very. There's only one time when I got a little bit tear eye, is that's when the dog died. A spoiler alert. And because I have my baby girl here.
Mhm.
So the scene with dog, that the dog died waiting for him, that broke my heart. But I think that Matt Damon was excellent. It's too bad for Ellen Page and Helena of Troy, because I'm not a very much Anne Hathaway fan. I don't think she did very good acting in it. And it's the little details that make or break a movie. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie American Sniper.
American
It's with
possible.
Bradley Cooper. It was nominated for an Oscar or something like that. But it's just that a lot of people said that there's a scene that it really, the whole movie's great, but there's a scene where he's handing a baby over to his pregnant wife, and everybody can tell it's a fake baby. So it kind of cheapened the movie. It's like you're using so many millions shooting and everything, and yet you couldn't have like a real baby for 8 seconds. And in this scene, Ellen Page is awful,
I
awful.
heard that they couldn't get a trans actor to fit the role of the baby.
That's not it. You could have gotten anybody,
Sure,
anybody.
sure.
But it's like she's supposed to be a soldier and stuff like that. But it's like she's not convincing because she's trying to act like a soldier man. I can guarantee you that had she act, it would have been better if they had a soldier female. But then
Just,
again, it would be
just cover
far.
your ears, gamer. Don't pretend like you're going to see the Odyssey. Okay, don't
Yeah.
pretend like you're going to see the Odyssey, mate. All right, don't be giving us that bull hiss. All right, you were never going to see the Odyssey, bro. Okay, Jesus.
But I'm not giving away the big spoilers. But I gotta say, I like Matt Damon. I like Matt Damon because he was on point, buddy. He was, and the fight scenes were amazing.
Mhm. Oh, it
Uh,
looked, cinematography wise, it looked amazing.
it was great. It was great. And he carried the movie. Literally, he carried the movie. I don't know why they needed to have Charlize Theron there or Anne Hathaway. They could have had Emily Blunt, or anybody else,
Mhm.
and Tom Holland. He was good. He was good. Tom Holland was good as the son. But Anne Hathaway, Ellen Page, ugh, and that black girl as Helen of Troy. It's just the small details. Zendaya was fantastic. I love Zendaya. I don't know why people were bitching about her because she was
Okay.
great. She was great, and she has that exotic look of being. She could be Greek. You can see her being Greek. That Helena Troy that launched 1,000 ships. Not so much. Not so much.
Yeah, I mean, but there was a lot of controversy. Ron has not cut his hair. He's actually got some conditioning stuff on it
No,
right
no,
now.
no. I mean, the movie was great. For me, it's not from the point whether Ellen Page is a trans or not. It's just a bad casting there.
Yeah.
You should have had somebody that was a male, because it's supposed to be a soldier that died. I find that scene, that killed it, because it
Mhm.
was supposed to be a very pulling moment when Matt Damon is being told what's going to happen to him, and
Yeah.
it's being told from this soldier. So it's like this is this woman's voice trying to be a man. It's like being rough and brave that's already dead, from the death even. They should
Nonsense.
have had somebody
It's
with a
nonsense.
booming voice.
It's nonsense. Listen, I've got a rule. If it's got swords and doesn't have dragons, there's a good chance.
But it's got great special effects. All the
Yeah.
casting was great. It's the casting that made the difference, really, because it could have been such a great movie. Because in those little details, it would have been fantastic.
Also, though, Mandalorian and Grogu.
I loved it. I loved it.
I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
Oh my God, you gotta see it. I was wondering
Don't
because
talk about it, Paula. You're gonna spoil
I'm not gonna give you spoilers for that. I'm
something.
not gonna give you spoilers for that because it's a kick-ass movie.
Yeah,
And
don't
I don't
spoil
even like Star Wars, but I do like Grogu because he reminds me of Siri, my little dog. But also, it was really sweet, and it's actually for all kinds of ages. And I was actually shocked when I went to see it with my son because I said, "This is Star Wars. Why? Because it's for any children of any
Right,
age."
no, you've said enough. You're too high risk for spoilers. Just
No, no, no. I'm
you're
not
too
going
high
to
risk.
spoil
You're
anything,
too
but
high
I'm going
risk.
to say that I love that movie. It's the kind of
Mhm.
movie like Star Trek. This is why I'm
Okay,
such a
you see, you're
huge
getting too
Trekkie.
close. There's just too many spoilers. Just that's enough. You
And
said enough.
and I went to see Spider-Man. Good
Okay, yeah,
movie.
yeah.
Good movie.
They're all
Great.
good.
I
The
love
new
them. It's not
Spider-Man
a
is
great movie, but
legendary.
it's excellent. And
Yeah,
it's a long movie though.
yeah.
Very long.
Well, sadly, to pivot from high octane movie reviews, we're going into our first topic of today, and it's horrible. Okay, and this is a really bizarre story. It started to break yesterday, and this is Minnie Merriman from West Yorkshire. She was discovered on an industrial estate, right, shortly after midnight on Sunday, after her parents were camping in a tent on an industrial site. Okay,
Why
just
would
keep,
they be there?
stay with me here. We don't know. This is the thing, and we're going to watch this video and then jump into this.
Okay.
Minnie Merriman was today named by police. In a statement, her family described her as incredible, brave, and beautiful, and say they're devastated by her death. The 9-year-old was found seriously injured on Elliott Industrial Estate in Arbroath late on Sunday night. She was taken to Ninewells Hospital in Dundee, where she later died. Now, in a hearing that lasted just a few minutes, Christopher Rice, who's known to Minnie, was charged with murder in a hearing today at Forfar Sheriff Court. The 35-year-old from Wakefield in West Yorkshire made no plea and was remanded in custody. It was a family camping trip that turned to tragedy. Evidence from what should have been a happy holiday has now been bagged up and taken away for analysis. And 35-year-old Christopher Rice will appear again in court for a second court appearance within the next 8 days, accused of Minnie's murder.
So here's the thing, right? Accidents happen on holidays all the time, right? Things happen. You don't then just leave your child and just drive off, right? This is the thing.
Drove off without the kid?
Her body was discovered. She was becoming unalived when the police found her. Okay, so
Where were the parents? I'm confused. Where were the
well,
parents?
this is the thing, right? We're gonna go through this because it doesn't make, for a start. Who goes camping on an industrial site? Like, that is major alarm bells ringing. Let's jump into it. Let me just stick this up
Poor
for.
little girl.
It's horrific. The dad of a
They're
9-year-old
so
girl.
irresponsible of the parents.
Well, this is the thing. We need more information. What were her wounds? Like, when you hear somebody, becoming unalive, there's a lot of reasons. Okay, and when he says the father is known, what does that mean? And what's he doing going on a family holiday if he's from Yorkshire up in Scotland on an industrial site? We're going to take a look at the location and just see if it's like some budget, if this industrial estate is like a stone's throw from the beach and this is just some proper
But then you wouldn't be camping at the beach. If you're near the beach, you might as well camp near the beach. You know what I mean?
Well, the thing is, this isn't England. This is Scotland. So in Scotland, we've got very different rules for camping outside than in England, and you are allowed to camp on the beach. You have what's called the right to roam in Scotland.
Oh.
So let's read into this. A 9-year-old girl who passed away after being found injured at an industrial estate in Angus has been charged with her unaliving. Minnie Merriman from West Yorkshire was discovered on the Elliott Industrial Estate in Arbroath shortly before midnight on Sunday. She was taken to Ninewells Hospital in Dundee along with 3 members of her family, where she was pronounced dead. Christopher Rice, Minnie's father, appeared in Forfar Sheriff Court on Wednesday. He faced a single charge of unaliving. The 35-year-old from Wakefield in Yorkshire Yorkshire, made no plea, and was remanded into custody. He is due to appear in court again within 8 days. The family is devastated. In a statement released from Police Scotland, Minnie's family said they were devastated at the death of their daughter. They said they are devastated with the loss of our beloved, absolutely incredible, beautiful, brave Minnie Moo. Our family asked for privacy and respect in this extremely difficult time. The Crown spokesperson from the prosecutor fiscal received a report in connection with the unaliving of a child in Dundee. The investigation into her death is ongoing and the family will continue to keep updated. Here's another.
I just don't understand why they left her there. Even if it was something that it reminds me like Madeleine McCann, but they went further, I think.
Yeah, I don't know what this is, actually. I think this is just BBC, the ITV is.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, look at this, though.
Oh, there is grass.
Yeah. It's just
the tent? Where was the tent?
Basically this is where she was found, right?
Yeah.
So
that's the tent.
No, that's the forensic tent. That's what the police.
So her body was left there.
That's where her body was found. Yeah. Minnie Merriman and her family were camping on the grassy area of Elliott Industrial Estate in Arbroath, 10 minutes walk from the beach. Okay. The family from Yorkshire didn't. The family from West Yorkshire, but it's not known how long they've been in Scotland. The patch of grass sits in front of the Hollyweird manufacturing facility. It's not clear why the family chose to camp there. The Scottish Ambulance Service were called at 10:53 on Sunday. 4 ambulances were sent to the scene, and paramedics took 4 people to hospital. So they didn't leave her. See, there were so many weird reports coming out yesterday about why she was left and all of this. So just to correct myself, something has occurred. Why? It's so bizarre. Took 4 people to hospital, Minnie and the 3 members of the family. Police Scotland were called around 12:02 on Monday, less than 10 minutes after the ambulance services. Officers were told that a 9-year-old was found with serious injuries. Because you don't understand that the police took Minnie's dad, 35-year-old Chris, to the hospital. They arrested him and held him in custody. The police said that Rice was known to Minnie, but the nature of their relationship has been. What? The police said Rice was known to Minnie, but the nature of their relationship has not been officially confirmed. Wait a minute.
This is Rice's person. I thought it was a dad.
It says dad charged with. I don't know who this Rice person is. Let's have a look. Okay. The police said Rice. Hang on. Yes, yeah, they took 35-year-old Christopher Rice, which is the dad, and arrested him. And now they're saying the police said Rice is known to me.
But if it's her dad, why would he not be known to her?
Maybe he's a dad, right? But not her dad, because it says dad charged.
Oh, that's a misleading headline.
It is. Yeah,
so it's not her father, but it's somebody else's
we don't know. We don't know. This is the thing.
Well, they're talking about this guy, Rice, who seems not to be her father, because if she's known to Minnie.
Yeah, this is weird.
So it was a family friend who probably was also camping there.
Yeah, it could have been. But just beyond bizarre case. There was witness reports as well who said there was more than one kid there. When they were driving around the estate, they all thought it was peculiar and bizarre. Now, I'm just going to tell you this right now, right? And like, I don't understand why we are not getting a clear story here. The father of 9-year-old girl who died in our brothers appeared. So that's it says it there. The father of 9-year-old girl.
But he's the father of the girl who died. And then they're saying that this guy who was arrested is somebody else's dad who also was known to Minnie.
Well, look. STV understands that police took Minnie's dad, 35-year-old Christopher Rice, to hospital. They arrested and held him in custody. The police said Rice was known to Minnie, but the nature of their relationship has not been officially confirmed. That sounds ominous.
I think they made a mistake there in their reporting. I think that that should have been 2 separate things. I don't think that Christopher Rice is her dad then. I think they made a mistake somewhere there in their reporting. I
Somebody
think
did
there was
ask
a
me to show
mistake in
this.
the reporting because they probably said, I think that they shouldn't have said something like he was known to many. I think, I
Yeah,
wonder that
maybe. Yeah,
Christopher Rice is maybe not, but it doesn't matter because if it's her
weird.
dad, they're saying that it was her dad. I think it's just the reporting. I think they made a mistake, you
Yeah.
know?
All right, guys, can you please share my little daily show out? I'm really trying to get my little show popping again every day. And YouTube sometimes just goes, nah, mate, we're not going to share anything. And if you're watching on Twitter, right, and you like Ron, please come and watch on the Sean Atwood channel because it really helps me keep my lights on. Please share YouTube. Thank you. But this one again, it's just one of those cases where none of this. Who's camping on an industrial estate with their kids, right?
Especially if you're so close to the beach. And I'm sure that at the beach, I wonder what do you know that beach? Can you locate where the beach is and show if there's any
Yeah,
sand
yeah,
or
yeah.
any place there to camp? Because even if it's a little patch, you camp there. You want to wake up every day looking at the ocean if you're that close walking. Because I don't think that you would get like like tidal waves or anything like that. And I mean, if it's a tidal
Okay,
wave,
so oh bugger.
you know what I mean? It's like if you're that close to the beach and there's sand and stuff, why would you be at an industrial complex thing? You know?
So I mean, it's pretty close
Oh,
to the
look
beach.
how pretty that is. And there's patches of green there.
Yeah, I mean, you would think you would sort of camp here, right?
Yes.
I mean, unless they're really, really hardcore. I mean, there's a holiday park there, so I guarantee you, all of this will be owned by the holiday park. That's what it'll be. It will be one of those you can't camp on our piece of grass nonsense. But I mean, you would just.
No, I don't think so. I think that I think there's this is
Listen, I'm not
international
being
law.
funny, but look at how much green there is.
Yeah, but I think there's international law. You can't own the land like right in front of the beach.
Nah,
You
nah.
can't.
Listen. This is in the UK, right? The coast and some of the resorts and the golfing and all of this, like it gets a bit mad. I'm not going to lie. Like it does get a bit mad. Plus, in England, there's like laws against camping. Have a little
But
look
this
at.
is not in England. This is in Scotland.
Oh yeah.
I'm
But yeah,
just looking at something here. You have all kinds. You have all kinds of things there. Like in Halliburton camping. It's free camping. I put Halliburton, Scotland, right?
yeah.
Halliburton,
Hang on,
Scotland.
hang on a
Uh,
minute. Look, I'm trying to find. You'll see this building with this square. So we've got a white top building and then this black rectangle. That's you can't see what I'm looking at. Here. See this black rectangle. I'm trying to find.
I'm just reading here. Scotland wild camping rules. The access code under the Land Reform Scotland Act 2003. Access rights include wild camping on most unenclosed land,
Yeah,
including many coastal beaches and
yeah,
Mashare.
yeah.
And the only condition is that you leave no trace. Means that if you're camping, you pick up the garbage and it looks like you weren't there when you leave.
Correct.
And then it says restrictions. Some specific high traffic areas, like parts of Loch Lomond and the Trossachs National Park, require permits. But other than that,
Mhm.
they're looking that Halliburton has, and it says here, Halliburton, Scotland, they can camp, and they have all these things here that are showing that they can camp.
It's oil. What does that mean? I'm
And then
pretty
they go
sure.
four best four best beaches for wild camping in Scotland. And they have them there. Oh, I'll send you this so you can showcase it, Ron.
Yeah, you do.
Because it's here. It's interesting here that
Hang on. Let me just press one of our viewers here. What do you mean, Dreamer? That it's oil? What do you mean? Fill me in. Let me know what you mean.
and I would think that an industrial website would be private property, so you would be trespassing,
Yeah.
right?
Oil does. Right. Yeah. Sorry, Paula. Say that again.
I imagine that an industrial site would be trespassing because it would be private.
Right.
I just sent you the link for you
Oh yeah.
to show. This is right in Halliburton in Scotland. There's four air places where you can camp for free, by the way.
Oh yeah, there's loads. There's loads. Like literally, the
See,
place where the Ministry of Defense do their training, like, is owned by the MOD, and I go camping on it all the time, or used to go
the other
camping.
one is Calgary Beach and Isle of
Oh yeah, that's sick. That looks like Thailand. It really does.
but you know what I mean? It's like, look at people camping.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
So
I
it
know.
doesn't make any sense that there
I've
would
been
be
those
an
people.
industrial site because they're not saving money.
Yeah.
It's much nicer when you wake up. Um, and if they're in an industrial site, if they have the green grass and stuff like that, it seems that they would be inside the industrial site,
Wait, it can't be
in a private
Is it
property.
Halliburton? Halliburton. It can't be Halliburton. Halliburton, surely.
It looks like it's a private industrial complex, which means that
You
it's
had me,
trespassing.
you had me going there, gamer, for a second there, bro. Like, I didn't think it was like, because American Halliburton is Halliburton and something else in it, and they're like defense contractors or
A
something.
beautiful dreamer say Halliburton operates as a major hub in Aberdeen, Scotland, often referred to as energy capital of Europe. Their primary Scottish office is located at Halliburton House, Kirk Hill,
Shit.
Industrial Estate, Dice.
This is weird.
But it's I don't know. I don't think they would have been camping there. Maybe they dropped the kid there. They dumped the kid there.
Listen. People will do crazy things. Like, if it's a really hot day, the kids are screaming, you'll pitch a tent somewhere crazy that if you have a nice night, then it's a nice night. No one ever hears about it. But if
No,
a
you
freak,
would want to. No, I disagree. You wouldn't pitch a camp and so, look where you are.
I'm
there
not
in the
saying
middle
it's
of
a good
nowhere.
idea. I'm just trying to get into the rationale of a set of parents making the choice to camp there. Because for me, it doesn't make sense. Look at all this grass. Look at all this beach. Okay. So first of all, camp on the grass or camp on the beach. That's the first thing. So why would you go to the most dodgy looking, secluded area for camping ever? Like, let's just try and
But
answer
is
that.
it really secluded, Ron? Because you're in the middle of everywhere, really.
Well, I mean, here's the
Look,
sign.
there's cars and everything. It's very, very open, very public. And public, not that this site is public, but people can see you have buildings
Mhm.
around it, you know?
Mm-hmm. It's really weird.
Hi, Casa Bear, Scottish. Oh, you're not saying hello to me. I think you're saying hello to another Paula, probably. I thought Casa Bear was being nice to me. Oh, it's Paula Massey, yes.
It's just
Yeah,
mad. Anyway,
it's an interesting one. So
so
what
yeah,
next?
we're gonna keep an eye on it, like I say, because
Mhm.
it is bananas. Now, next thing we're going to talk about, we're going to segue into this, right? And we're going to prefix this with the number one killer of men in Scotland, where I live, over the age of 40, is mental health and them unaliving themselves, right? So when we look at Hollywood stars, like, we need to understand this was a guy with children, and he took to the internet naked and proceeded to cut himself in his face, in his body, in his arm. If you've ever seen the movie Carrie,
I
right?
didn't see the video.
Oh, Paula, it is.
I think they've removed it.
Yeah, no, it's the internet is forever, sadly, and like,
Oh, I've interviewed him twice in my channel. I
I've
actually
interviewed him as well.
Huh? Yeah, I sent you the details. Don't you remember?
I interviewed him last year. He's an interesting character.
Yeah. The thing is, I remember and Paris Hilton was the original how he got famous before the internet, because once the internet came, then he lost a lot of the fame, but he became famous because he started exposing stars, but in a nasty way. And it's interesting, and he really went after Britney for her mental health issues. I mean, he was pretty nasty. People were terrified of him. I don't know if you saw Candace Owens post a video of him on Ellen's show when he went afterwards, after when he repented and he said that he wasn't going to be nasty no more. Once the internet came on, he lost a lot, because then everybody, all the celebs were their own paps, and Kris Jenner pioneered sending her own pictures to the press. And say, rather than you having to send people to pap me, I will send you the pictures. I will let you know, and you pay me. you know. But after that, he went on Ellen, and he was saying that he turned the corner, that he was gonna. He was the OG troll, yes, and then he was with Paris Hilton, not Perez. Paris, like that. They became besties, and he was interviewing all these A-listers because they were terrified of him. They were horrified of him because he was just outing everything. And it's scary that he has children, to tell you the truth. And I believe that Hollywood is falling, but it's Hollywood. That monster is falling. But something worse is taking its place, because once one monster falls, another even worse one has to take its place. And we're seeing this with this man, because, he was mimicking Ariana Grande. Did you see that Ariana Grande thing?
No, which Ariana Grande thing?
That's
Well,
what they're talking about,
which
Ron. Their video of Ariana Grande covered in blood.
Ariana Grande covered what?
2 days after Ariana Grande posted that video, the new drop of her video
Okay, hang on.
covered in
Yeah,
blood.
I've not heard any of that. So just give me a second. So Ari, and this is makeup, right?
Yes, but she's in makeup. Let me
That's
see.
right. That's right. You don't have to pound the keyboard. I will figure it out. Do not worry. Do not worry. So there's this. That's not blood. You might
I'll
have to
send you
find it.
this. Oh, no, I'll
Yeah,
send you
yeah.
this. No, it's right here. I'll send it to you
Oh,
right
yeah,
now so
send it
you
to me.
can
Yeah, send
show
it.
it. This is a video of her. And after this, he talked about it. He did a video talking about this, and then he shows up exactly the same.
Okay, 1 second. All right, everyone. Okay. Yeah, I see
He
what you're
discussed
saying.
it 2 days prior to him doing that to himself. So people are saying that because his popularity was dwindling, that was a way for him to
No.
call attention.
I
But it's
mean, look. I'm going to be honest. It's as good a theory as any. Okay. A few days ago, Ariana Grande released "Petal," her new song. In the video, she appears covered in claret. Several times today, Paris Hilton appears the same without special effects. That's kind of wild.
And don't forget that he almost died. He was hospitalized and he had septicemia. And he said he found Jesus. I am sick and tired of this celebrity saying they found the Lord. I hate even the way they say the Lord, that they say that they found Jesus, that they converted, because he gave a whole speech about it. I'm just so sick and tired of that. I hope for his own sake, and mostly for his children's sake,
Mhm.
that I'm more worried about the children than him. I hope he recovers, and I hope he truly seeks Jesus, because I'm sick and tired of these celebs, like Erica Kirk, the Lord.
Mm.
She looks evil when she says the Lord.
Post-sepsis psychosis. I'm gonna look that up. Just
Yeah,
keep.
that is a real thing. That is a real thing. Of course, that exists. There's any trauma. And he's had issues with mental health. I think he has issues with drugs as well.
Okay. Post-sepsis syndrome can include long-term psychological problems after sepsis, such as hallucinations, post-traumatic stress symptoms like nightmares or flashbacks. If you're worried about, okay, blah, blah, blah. So that sadly kind of falls because look, it's easy to sit here and be like this theory, that theory, whatever. But let's just for a second look at the facty facts. The man did have sepsis. It is possible that it was this post sepsis psychosis. I've seen part of the video, right? I've seen it, I've heard it, I've seen part of it. And that is a leap. That is anyone who's saying this man is in his right state of mind and he looked at Ariana Grande and went, I'm a very well put together insane adult right now. I'm going to copy this. Mad. But from somebody who's having psychosis and seen that, I mean, Paula, you could be on. I mean, that could be the inspiration for his psychosis to do this for sure. What do you guys think in the side chat? Let us know. Paula's just sent me in our video here. 1 second.
I'll send you this other video too, so you can have it. This is that's the call when they were calling, and this is actually the police, actually, and the ambulance, actually at Perez Hilton there.
Okay, thank you, Paula. All right. So what we'll do, we'll go to this first.
Well,
Yeah.
so Anderson, Paula, why do you always have to take over this show? Well, because I'm bossy.
Yeah. Plus, what you don't actually see, right, is when Paula's talking, I'm setting up all of the graphics for the next part, knowing Paula's going to have receipts that need to come up. So, so when Paula's telling me to bring things up, that's just part of what we do. I spoke for the first 15, 20 minutes. So we're very good. We're a very good team, actually. So in Paula's defense, it's sometimes I need her to sit and talk because otherwise you'd be watching me do this.
No, I am also bossy, but I'm okay with it.
Yeah, that's all right. I don't mind you even bossy. I'm okay with it. I'm all right with it.
I'm okay with it, Sue Anderson. So take it.
Exactly. Right. Anyway, let's watch this.
We will bring you any updates.
I will say this though. I never knew how deaf you were, right? So for most of our friendship, I didn't realize you couldn't hear me talking. And you were just talking over me. I do not mumble. We'll talk about this later, young lady. We'll talk about this
on this story as we learn them on air and online on our NBC6 digital platforms. Take you back to that breaking news that we brought to you at the top of our newscast. A person was being seen taken into an ambulance moments ago outside of a home in southwest Miami-Dade. The sheriff's office says that a man was inside the home live streaming acts of self-harm on social media. A couple of neighbors are telling us that the man inside the home is celebrity entertainment blogger Perez Hilton, but the sheriff's office has not confirmed that with us tonight. We will bring you any updates on this story as we learn them on air and online on our NBC6 digital platforms. Take you back to that breaking news.
Thank you, Marie. Thank you. You see that, Paula? I'm putting that on a t-shirt.
You mumble.
Right, listen. So wild. I mean, seeing the police, seeing that those clips of him inside. I believe this is Perez Hilton dispatch audio reveals frantic rush EMS to the scene. Yeah. I imagine trigger warning for this. There's no visuals. It is just audio, but I've not screened this, so I'm just letting you know.
3 suicide attempt. 2252 they got it. Rescue 3 car received. Rescue 3 car received. PD is requesting fire rescue return to standby at. Rescue 13 available. Rescue 13 available, 2253 Day County. Engine 47? Engine 47, go ahead. Where do you have Rescue 3 going? Rescue 3, it seems PD is requesting fire rescue return to the previous call. Copy, is it That's affirmative. Copy, we were on that previously. We will respond with Rescue 3. Copy that, I'll show you respond to additional.
I'm not going to lie, I don't actually know what any of this is, but I'm just going to let it play because we're committed to it now.
I need engine 12.
This is the dispatch talking about sending people over to Perez Hilton.
Okay. Oh, no, I knew that. I'm not counting.
They're just beeping certain information.
Yep.
Hey, would somebody be able to open it for them?
That's affirmative. The ramp will be going over there shortly.
Copy that. I'll tell them to stand by.
Copy, thank you.
Engine 47.
47, go ahead.
Copy. Can you confirm with PD if
Maria
and myself, Engine 47, were supposed to stay somewhere or report directly to the scene? It was an active police scene earlier.
I copy that. They are advising to stand by at Engine 47.
Oh my God.
Wait, what did I miss?
Oh my God, I just saw the video.
Oh, why are you watching the video? Oh yeah, this is like one of those cartel videos. We'll just get Paula's live reaction here as she watches it. How's that going down for you?
Oh my God, that can't be real.
That is real.
Dear Lord, I just sent you that link. Oh,
I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. Oh, God, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it. I need to scroll away from that. Okay.
Oh my God. That is sick, dude.
Yeah, it's mad.
Oh my God.
Like,
Oh,
it's
that is
mad.
is that himself cutting himself?
Yes.
He's got a
I'm just going to monetize your trauma, Paula. I'm just going to monetize your trauma. It's really bad. It's really bad. It's like nothing you'll ever see. It is horrific. And
there's one in black and white here. I'll send it to you.
I don't want it. I don't want it.
It's not red. You gotta see it.
I do not.
How can you not? You gotta see it, Ron. Here. It's in black and white.
I want to see it. I want to see it. I want to see it.
Oh my God.
Oh, I'm seeing it again.
I really want to reach and say stop.
Okay. Right, let's just compose ourselves. It's easy to see something horrific and then you try and
do not use
Vulcan. Kind of humor your way out of it. But I really want to dial this back because this is really serious, right, Paula? Just take a minute. Just take a minute, Paula. Right.
I can't stop looking. Oh, he's slicing himself. I can't believe he's slicing himself.
It's really bad. We're not showing it, you freaking psychopath. It's really sad. Exactly, right? And
it's not,
like I say,
I'm so shocked that he's not even wincing when because he's going like this and this and that. And it's like
psychosis, man. It's not sepsis, sorry. It's
Valley Garza. He doesn't want to see you. Just chill out, Valley Garza. He doesn't want to see it. How awful are you? I'm not awful. I'm just telling Ron.
No. Listen, will you relax? This. My reaction is for entertainment purposes with Paula. Like Paula and I are a very well-oiled team that can have a very good connection and a very good energy on camera together. So yes, but man, like Ron's seen it already. Man.
I gotta ask you something. You know, I've heard of people, Ron. You know, I've heard of people who cut themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And because if you never cut yourself and you cut yourself once, that hurts. Usually your body, you know that people who want to live themselves, they don't usually use knives. They use there's
a lot of reasons. Yeah.
Because your body, your mind, you can't hurt yourself. Try to light a match and put it on their finger. Your body, your mind instinctively rejects auto self-harming, right? But the way that this man was injuring himself, either he was really high on drugs and he didn't feel that he was cutting himself, or he's used to cutting himself.
No, like psychosis is wild, right? Like it's crazy. Was he on something? Well, who knows? But I'm going to put my chips on the story will be sepsis related psychosis because
I can't believe they allowed that on X.
I mean, for 30 minutes it went on, Paula, on TikTok. Like 30 minutes, I think he was live for. It's horrible. Yeah, no, you don't need to see it. Like I say, if you need a reference, if you've ever seen the movie Carrie when she stood on the stage, that's basically what we're talking about here. And
but I hadn't seen it. I didn't know he was cutting himself so fast. Because in the video he's like going
oh God, I'm
like a sushi master.
I'm living through it again, man. Like it's so graphic. So listen.
It says Princess Mariposa says it was on Facebook too, was horrendous. And I didn't know he had done that because I've heard about it, but I've only seen it with the pixelated thing because it took it took TikTok about 40 minutes to take down that video. I'm surprised they let it go on for half an hour. People were reporting it.
I'll be honest with you. I think the AI couldn't tell that was a person. Or because he's so covered in
alive, sweetie.
No, but he's covered in red. Do you see what I mean?
No, so I understand why you haven't seen it, but I can understand. I don't understand why it took half an hour for these people to report because he's in Miami, and Candace Owens was saying that he was. Miami is not Florida is not the best place to be. Let's not forget Diddy and Epstein. They were there for a reason. You know, Epstein and Diddy, they did most of their things there for a reason.
Listen. Yeah, see, there you go. So if we're just from an AI point of view, I don't think the AI could have detected that as a human. I think it would have thought it was an animation or something weird. Do you know what I mean? I don't think it would have went, that's a person, because I have never, in all of my partying, in all of my craziness, in all of my substances, in all my friends taking substances, have I ever in my alcohol, right, mixing
I
alcohol
just
and
pass
things,
out when I'm drunk. I just
never
pass
in my
out.
life have I witnessed a man stand up and do that in any way. Never,
And he was
never
so
in a
quick
tiny
too.
bit.
He was so quick too. The way he was cutting, it
Oh
was
yeah.
so quick. He was going at it so quick.
Oh God, yeah. Just I can feel it on my chest, man. It's just so. Again, the number one unaliver of men in Scotland is themselves. Mental health and self-unaliving, breakdowns. Psychosis is very different than long-term mental health. We've got another case that I just want to throw in here, if you don't mind.
Do you want to share what I have a clip of Candace and her show when she
Yes,
showed
please.
Perez Hilton talking about how he was going to be a nice blogger nowadays. If you
Yep.
want, I can share that with you.
Please do.
Okay, it's right here. Share screen.
No problemo.
Here.
Bosh.
Let me know if you want. Are you sharing it?
Yeah. You can press play.
Okay, I'll play. I'll press play.
Would eventually speak out about how his targeting and bullying contributed to their self-hatred or their self-harm. And to be clear, I want to really stress he was vicious. He would call people ugly, fat, give them nicknames, and they would sort of, I think a lot of them were like permanently damaged from this. One of them being Khloe Kardashian, who has changed her face many times. He really targeted her and referred to her as a transvestite over and over again. Also, there was this massive scandal. To give you an idea of who he was, he posted an upskirt photo of Miley Cyrus, who was then just 17 years old, right? That's the kind of stuff that he would do. And when he was interviewed about it, he would just be like, oh, it's not my fault that like, whatever, this is what the public is interested in. And these celebrities know what they're doing. She's 17 years old. Like, this is not a person that you should be publishing. Now, of course, this, because it was like sort of the dawn of this, and people maybe always wondered how celebrities lived and wanted to know about these celebrities, it just completely launched him. It actually gave him so much power in Hollywood. Celebrities actually sought his friendship. So you can see he's hanging out with A-listers because he just wanted to be on his good side. It was almost like a form of social blackmail in a way, because you didn't want to end up with him tracking you. So that's like Lady Gaga. I mean, he was hosting wild parties with A-list celebrities because people basically wanted to end up on his good list. That's kind of the Perez.
Just pause it for 1 second. Just pause it for 1 second.
Now, in 2000.
So it's interesting because when we're talking about this era of Perez Hilton and socialites and influencers, this was like a massive deal. This wasn't Instagram where every party was being shown. Perez Hilton was in the same way Paris Hilton, right, got her SEX tape broker and blew up through that. Perez Hilton, round about the same time, adopted the name Perez Hilton for algorithmic reasons, metaphorically speaking. And the way that he would go around was for rage bait. He, if anything, was the founding father of rage bait and online socialite trolling. Okay. So I know what if you're sitting there watching this going, well, this sounds like what most 19-year-olds do at the Clout House and on Kick every day of the week. This is a different era, right? Where if you're the founding father of rage bait, you're going to be known as a piece of shit with everyone around you. Do you know what I'm saying? Now it's normal, but you've got to understand that's
and it was shocking too. At the time, it was shocking because he was literally bringing down A-listers, exposing a lot of stuff. If you were a closeted gay, he would out you. He would, like, as Candace said, like Miley Cyrus was like 16 or going on 17, and he was showing pictures of her upskirt and stuff like that. He would trash people's look. That had never been. This hadn't happened. People would report in scandals and stuff, but he was literally trashing, and whoever he trashed, it caused a lot of harm.
Plus, no one had 10 million followers back then to defend themselves. Did you see what I'm saying? Like, if someone crap talks you now, it's a numbers game. It's platform versus platform, right? But back then it was different. But Paul, if you can finish this clip for us, that would be great. Just hit play when you're ready.
He said, "That's right." So yeah, he had a lot of power in Hollywood. Some people were not buying this rebrand, especially people who were impacted by the stuff that he did. Khloe Kardashian being one of them. She came out and was like, "This is nice, but no, like you really damaged me." Now, I should mention here, the reason why some people weren't buying this was because at the same time of his attempted rebrand came the dawn of social media. So his relevancy was sort of naturally fading. The paparazzi culture of the 2000s, he benefited from that tremendously. It changed with smartphones, right? Everyone suddenly became the paparazzi. This wasn't like unique capture, and celebrity culture transformed. So this was kind of like the Paris Hilton, Nicole Richie phase that he enjoyed the boom of, and then that sort of went away. I'm just telling you guys that on background because, like I said, I'm sure he didn't make his way across the pond. People don't know who this guy is or why he's trending. But he really did build an empire of sleaze. And he embraced it until he didn't. Now, on the personal side of things, you should know that Perez, as a gay single man in the new social media era, made this decision also to have children via surrogacy. He's single. This is becoming an increasingly controversial topic. Gay men using surrogacy, not having another parent in their lives. He chose to have 3 children, one in 2013, one in 2015, and one in 2017. 1 boy and 2 girls. So he is a single father, which is important as we get into what happened last night. Okay. These children do not have another parent is what I'm stressing to you. So over recent months, it's been clear that he is going through something. Like, I mean, on March 23rd, he posted videos of himself from a hospital bed and said he almost died from severe sepsis and infections. He claimed that
One second,
it started with the flu.
Like, he does not look good there. Okay.
Oh no,
like,
he almost died. He had been in a coma, Ron.
Yeah, he does. I mean, like, we have to assume, right? This is,
but then Candace brings up a good point that I agree with 100%. That this is karma. That this is not just a man losing it. She does also, and I feel it too. I really do believe it that he has a lot of guilt of something that we don't know about yet. Because yes, it could be psychosis, it could be something, but it could be karma, it could be something, guilt eating at you. Because it's just, he kept saying that he apologized to his children, that he was sorry for the things he's done. I don't know, man. I mean, there could be psychosis, it could be whatever, but it could be something far deeper, because I believe that Hollywood monster is crumbling.
Paula, like, what I'm going to say is I'm going to give you my honest opinion, and then we're just going to go into speculation madness mode. Okay. Yeah. So just to sort of, before we go into the speculation madness mode, I need to ask the side chat. Do you feel like psychosis is a good enough reason for somebody to have a mental health issue associated with a crime or an act? If you agree that yes, put a 1. If you think no, put a 2. And I just want to say, I personally think at this stage, like, this has got to be some sort of sepsis-induced psychosis. Now, if we go into speculation mode, I mean, that was one of the most unbelievably unhuman acts I have ever witnessed in my life. And like, I've seen some stuff. Like, back in like 2018, my community made me watch some cartel stuff so they could watch me react to it. I don't deal well with. I'm not a squeamish guy. Like, I don't like it. Like, and the sound effects aren't for me. So, I mean, it was one of the most easy to look at and go, that's demonic things I've ever seen. Like, it really was.
Well, I talked to a psychologist about it, and the psychologist said that, yeah, you can have from septicemia, you can have psychosis, but then she says that these psychoses are triggered through stress over something, that there has to be something that causes that psychosis. It could be some stress, something that's eating at you. Mm-hmm. That's something that eating at you, that it manifests itself to a point that you pick on it. Okay, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. And it grows and it grows and it grows and it grows, because while he was cutting himself up, he was saying, I'm sorry for my kids, and say sorry to my kids. I didn't mean to do that to them. Like, but something triggers it. You can have a psychosis, but also this psychosis is brought up on by stress, by something that, because stress is a powerful thing, guys. And
Yeah.
if you have stress about things you're done, and then you go through septicemia and you almost die, you are more susceptible to stress things or things in the past that you're reliving, that, or that you've done. This is what the psychologist told me, because I was, when I looked at it, I didn't see the video, but I heard about it, but now I saw it, and it's brutal. And
It's true. Yeah.
but she told me the psychosis, people, if you understand the term of psychosis, this is something brought up on by stress, a chemical imbalance, something that triggered. There has to be a trigger point somewhere, you know, for that to happen. It's like when you have a soldier with PTSD, if they hear a loud sound, that
Yep.
triggers, you know. It's like if you were hit by bombs or whatever, if you saw, like you, for example, I don't like to see things that are brutal, or for me,
Mhm.
it's domestic violence, you know.
It's because I feel it. Do you know? It's because I feel it. My brain makes it. It's the same with movies. I can't watch people cut themselves in movies. My brain makes it way too real. It's really messed up. Anyway, sorry, Paula, for interrupting.
Yeah, but this psychosis is like, you know, and this is another thing that she told me, that in most cases you would need to have already a mental disorder, like with schizophrenia, that you can't tell the difference between reality and what it is. But he sure knows the difference between reality. It's like, there's a girl around here and she clearly has mental issues and she's yelling and stuff. I can tell you that she doesn't know the difference between reality and anything. She's just, I feel bad for her, but Perez Hilton, all the time when he was doing that, he was crying and apologizing. He knew.
Can I just say, right? We've got over 1,000 people across all platforms. We've got over 600 on the main channel. We've got over 100 over on my little channel. Well done, everyone. Just want to say congratulations. You've done an outstanding job. All the new people, please like and share. Help me push out me and Paula's little daily show. And yeah, so psychosis,
like
right?
it says there, it can be caused by another medical condition or drugs.
Well, here's the thing. We've got to assume. Here's the thing, right? I've just learned about what happens when you take antidepressants for a long time, right? It's very rare that you can actually ever go back to properly regulating your emotions in your head, okay? To put in the most wish.com possibility way of explaining it. So I imagine depression, like if I've just come out of a coma, there's going to be all kinds of things. So I'm putting my money on sepsis, psychosis, or demonic possession. Either of them could turn out to be true, but I think we know which one is the most. Now, listen, the reason I asked you all this, I just want to touch on this quickly, Paula, because...
Oh, wait, before that, remember you're talking about psychosis and the drugs and how it affects it. Remember I sent you a tweet?
I'm about to bring it up. Don't ruin it. Right, I'm about to bring it up.
It's the same one you're going to show.
Oh, it's the same one.
Oh, there it is.
So, postpartum psychosis or murder, the trial of the mother who unalived her children. This is one of the most insane cases. Now, listen, we're going to try and be adults here, okay? We are going to try and not knee-jerk react, and we're going to assess all of the evidence, and we're going to try and... Oh, I'm speaking to Alabar tonight. There's the new show with me and Alabar coming very, very soon. So this case, it's infuriating for every possible reason, right? So I'm just going to give us the rundown, Paula, and then we'll break this down. What is going through the mind of Lindsay Clancy when she sent her husband out for her children's medicine and to pick up a takeout food, then unalived their 3 children using exercise resistance bands? Clancy, 35-year-old former labor and delivery nurse at the Massachusetts General Hospital, then stabbed herself in the neck, slashed her wrists, and jumped out of a 20-foot window, paralyzing herself from the waist down. Clancy's mental well-being will be at the center of the questioning when the jury sits next week at the Plymouth County Superior Court in Plymouth, Massachusetts. As she is prosecuted for the unaliving of Cora 5, Dawson 3, and Callan 8 months, Clancy has pleaded not guilty, but she has pleaded not guilty, but she has committed the crimes. Clancy has pleaded not guilty, but she commented the crimes is not in question. Prosecutors say the murders, the unalivings, were premeditated, and the evidence of Clancy's actions, including Googling how far the restaurant and pharmacy was from her home on the night of 24th of January 2003, will prove it. Clancy's defense team, supported by her ex-husband and father of the children, Patrick Clancy, will argue that she was suffering a mental health crisis exacerbated by over-medication for several post-mortem mental illnesses, and should be found criminally responsible for her actions. Clancy has said she heard voices in her head telling her to unalive her children and herself. In the most unimaginable crime, yet the most extraordinary circumstances of the case will also be put in the spotlight on the medical care Clancy has been receiving and the broader issue of how women are treated after giving birth. Clancy has been released from McLean and Massachusetts Mental Health Hospital earlier this month, and both her husband and her parents had avoided leaving her. Hang on a second.
Avoided leaving her alone.
No. Hang on. Clancy has been released from Massachusetts. Okay. Ahead of the opening statement on Monday, Clancy has been sitting in a wheelchair, stone-faced, attended by the two nurses sitting behind the defense table. Efforts by the defense attorney, Kevin Reddington, to limit the graphic evidence or the number of first responders who will testify led to an emotional pre-trial hearing on Thursday. Even though we were in court, let's talk a little about humanity. Let's talk about how we should try this case, Reddington said. The court heard that intense media attention had led to the family of Patrick Clancy's new wife being hounded. He is trying to move on with his wife and accused prosecutors of wanting to put that guy on the stand and show little onesies, referring to the pajamas of the children they were wearing the night that they were unalived. Soon after the unaliving at the couple's house in Duxbury, about 30 miles south of Boston, Patrick Clancy released a statement saying, "Our marriage and our marriage and family grew stronger, and the condition as her condition rapidly worsened." Yeah. It took as much pride in being her husband as it did being he took as much pride in being her husband as he did. Yeah, because he was very much a supporter of his wife as she was going through all of this horrific post-mortem stuff.
Postpartum depression.
Postpartum, thank you. Not post-mortem. Prosecutors have said that Lindsay Clancy spoke by phone with her husband from a hospital room in the presence of a psychiatric professional, telling him that she unalived the kids because she heard voices and had a moment of psychosis. She heard a man's voice telling her to unalive the kids, unalive herself, and it was her last chance. The trial gets underway, and the states across the U.S. look in to the limit what is widely known as the insanity defense after the 2020 Supreme Court decision that the Constitution does not mandate states to offer it. 4 states, Montana, Utah, Kansas, and Idaho, have since abolished it. 10 others offer alternative verdicts, including guilty by mentally ill or GBIM. So, look, where do you guys land on this? Paula, where are you landing?
I think that you're lacking some information that you haven't given. I sent you the post about all the medications that she went and what they're given to her. And every time she went, she just didn't wake up one day. She kept going. No. I said way back, I sent you that tweet about her with all the medications. Let me see if I can find it. With all the medications that she was put and how she kept going back to the hospital saying, "I'm not feeling well. I'm listening to voices. I can't sleep. I have insomnia." And she was telling them, this is happening. I am listening to things. Please help me. And they just completely ignored her, and they kept just drugging her more and more and more. I sent you the list. Let me see if I can find
again. I'm clicking on the wrong shit.
that she kept going to the hospital saying, I'm listening to voices, I can't sleep, please help. And all they did is and nobody would tell each other, nobody would tell the other, that they kept putting her on more drugs and more drugs and more drugs. And it's insanity, really, what they did to her. If I think about it, let me see, if you think about it, it is very brutal.
What absolute crap are you waffling, Graham? What are you waffling?
Okay, I'll share this. I'm gonna screen.
Yeah, you need to bring it up, Paula, because I'm too scared to go
I have
through
it here. I'm sharing it with you. This is Veronica here. I'm sharing the tweet.
Hang on, let me just give me 1 second. I just need to take a timestamp down. It was 1 hour 05. 1 second.
You know, it's something that is incredible. Now I'm going to read you, before you talk, when I read what I'm going to show you, you have to tell me what you think. 2 months before she killed her children with exercise bands, Lindsay Clancy told her prescriber she was unable to determine what was real. Disoriented, forgetful, confused, disconnected. They kept writing prescriptions. Here's what she reported and what they gave her in the order that they gave her. Mid-October 2022, a psychiatrist starts her on 25 milligrams of Zoloft. Within days, it doubled to 50. She reports she hasn't slept in 48 hours, racing thoughts, worsening anxiety. 20 October, she reports heart palpitations and says her mental health is getting worse. They take her of the Zoloft and prescribe Ativan and Benadryl. 16 November, hey, that's my date of birth. She goes to the ER with insomnia, anxiety, and heart palpitations. She's sent home with trazodone. I don't know what that is. November 20th, her mother-in-law rings a perinatal behavioral health program. Lindsay tells them that she's very frustrated, scared, with extreme insomnia and racing thoughts. They prescribe Prozac. November 24th, she reports the Prozac is making her insomnia worse. So they add Ambien, Remeron, and Klonopin, 3 more on top. The very next day, she tells the practitioner she's unable to determine what's real. Disoriented, forgetful, confused, disconnected. Nobody stops. November 28th, she's getting 3 hours of sleep, disoriented, and scared. They prescribe Seroquel. Her husband testified last week that this is where her big spiral started. 2nd December, she reports she's suicidal and hearing things. 3 days later, she rings a crisis hotline asking to be admitted. She's told she doesn't meet the criteria. 6th December, she and Patrick go back to the practitioner together. He tells them she's far worse since starting the Seroquel. They increase the dose. December 20th, back to the ER, suicidal. The next day, she admits herself into a program and is removed because the doctor says she's just over-medicated and doesn't have a mental health issue. She admits herself to a different hospital. She's discharged with trazodone. January 10, a psychiatrist prescribes Valium with amitriptyline. I don't know what that is. On 24th of January, she reported hearing a male voice say, "This is your last chance. Kill the children so you can kill yourself." Her kids were 5, 3, and 8 months. 13 psychiatric drugs in 4 months. She reported it was getting worse at every single stage, and every single time the answer was another drug. Not one person in that chain asked whether the treatment had become the illness. This was not a mysterious psychiatric event appearing out of nowhere. It was a progressive collapse of brain function under postpartum stress, extreme insomnia, autonomic overdrive, and relentless pharmacological interference. The warning signs were explicit: racing thoughts, palpitations, worsening anxiety, disorientation, derealization, suicidality, and hallucinations. Yet every sign of deterioration was interpreted as a reason to add, switch, or increase another drug. Psychiatry cannot keep pretending that SSRIs, benzodiazepines, antipsychotics, sedating antidepressants, and hypnotics are intertools with no capacity to induce activation, akathisia, paradoxical recreations, delirium, withdrawal states of psychosis. These outcomes are documented, and this is not the first case in which several behavioral disintegration followed escalating psychiatric Polo Pharmacy. The most disturbing fact is that not one clinician made one mistake, but that an entire system repeatedly watched her lose contact with reality and still treated the worsening condition as proof that she needed more chemical suppression. At some point, the treatment became part of the disease. The establishment does not want the sentence said out loud, which is exactly why it needs to be said louder. What do
Yeah.
you guys think now that you know she sought help, she was reporting the symptoms, and instead of treating the symptoms or treating what was at the root of it, she kept getting more drugs?
Okay. So here's the thing. I don't know where I stand on this one. Okay. I think that, and this is going to sound so messed up, I don't even think we would be discussing anything if it was the father that had done this because he was depressed. I understand that post-pregnancy stuff is way different, but this is a really tough one for me because there was clear indications of premeditation. Okay. America, I'm really sorry, has a track record for over prescribing a whole bunch of stuff. There was a documentary made by a father who seen this epidemic of opioids being subscribed to high school football players and things like this. It's a really hard one. It's such a hard case because I have seen postnatal depression. I have seen it is not.
She tried to offer some. This is
Wait,
what people don't
Paula,
forget.
just 1 second. You've got to understand, guys, right, and ladies, if you've never experienced postnatal or seen postnatal depression, you cannot have a clue what you're talking about. It's not like a little bit of sadness. It is way beyond that. And like, it's so sad because every part of us wants to feel for this woman, right? But there's 3 children. It's so difficult. What do you guys think? Where do you guys land on it? Paula, where do you land?
I blame the pharmaceuticals because everybody just kept giving her drugs, which is what they do nowadays. Because they're sold out to the big pharma people. I mean, Seroquel. I have this person, Dan Dragon 62. Seroquel almost killed me, and only took it once. No real reason to have been prescribed. Seroquel is very brutal, but I do believe that a lot of doctors and a lot of hospitals, they push drugs. They don't want to treat the root cause. Probably this lady just needed time to sleep because she has 3 kids that are very young. And sleep deprivation. Have you guys I suffer from insomnia, but that's not a problem. But when you have 3 small children, the husband working, she's the one dealing with it. You're depressed, whatever it is that's going on. Rather than maybe she could have gone a week away on her own and just sleep, rest. That could have been handled differently, rather than just piling drugs on her. And the fact that she sought help, she tried to get herself, like in a mental facility. Please keep me away.
Okay, well, let's
something was wrong, and then she just didn't kill her babies. She offed herself. It's just that she didn't manage to kill herself.
Okay, so let's stack it, right? She was very proactive for looking for help. Very proactive. Was only given medicines. It wasn't given any respite at the very minimum, so to say. So we could argue that she did everything in her power to not suffer this level of psychosis, but
one of the points that's great is that they said at one point the medication became part of the illness because the medication was causing more harm than good.
Yeah. It's a really messed up, sad case. I really don't know how.
She was crying, and one of the things, she broke down in tears. I'm like, you can see that when they were showing the kids, this woman literally fell apart because now she's off all the drugs. She's lucid. She's paralyzed. Because it's like, I can only imagine her anguish trying to look for help. Before, and this is not me with mental health, but before I was diagnosed with lupus, I spent years wrong. I knew something was wrong. And every time I went to a doctor, whether it was in England, in Norway, in Belgium, in Spain, wherever I was posted, and I went to the best doctors, they would tell me there was nothing wrong, right? Because I looked healthy, I was athletic, and this and that. My fevers would come and go. My insomnia was just insomnia. I never took the sleeping pills they gave me. I never took any medication. but I knew there was something wrong. It wasn't until 2010 that by chance I went to Nicaragua and I said, help me out with my hands. And then they did a test, and the lady, within 5 minutes, she was telling me, since when do you have the butterfly? Do you have sudden fevers? Do you suffer from eating disorders? Do you have joint pains and stuff? And it's like, you have no idea. When this person was talking to me, I'm like, yeah, it didn't feel like it was in your head. And this wasn't even a mental condition. So when they confirmed and gave me a diagnosis, I'm still not taking any medications. I take treatment for, like, I was just through dialysis and stuff like that. But I never took the sleeping pills that were prescribing for me when I said I have severe insomnia. I don't know what would have happened, and this is just me. Like, I spent a few years, and I didn't know what was wrong. It was physical. But can you imagine having mental things? Like, she kept telling people, I have voice, please commit me to a psychiatry ward.
I mean, the fact that she asked for help, she was aware of her own decline. It really...
It must have been desperation for her as a mother.
Like it's one of those cases, Paula, where there's no good outcome. There is no good outcome from anything to do with this case. Really, this is the golden opportunity to put these pharmaceutical companies, the doctors, and the whole system under the spotlight. I think the children are sadly no longer here. This woman is broken and aware of what she's done. The only good thing that can absolutely come from this is a change in the system that prevents women I
think the doctor should be charged, to tell you the truth. If you're asking me, I think that the doctors bear here responsibility, because this woman, her main concern was that she couldn't sleep. So she went there. The original claim was, I'm having insomnia, and probably any doctor. And then when they started giving her the drugs provoked a reaction. Right. And then it made it worse. And then they keep giving. So, but her original thing that she went for is, I need help to sleep, because of course she's a tired mom. Look at the ages of the babies. They're like 8 months, 2 years. And, like, you have a full house. The husband is not there, because the husband is working. And probably and the husband could have helped and said, you know what? I'm going to have my mom come over here. I think everybody failed this lady. Everybody, the husband should have said, I'm going to have my mom come here.
You could argue, Paula, do you know what? We could literally argue any of the points, because everyone's right in this. They really are. I mean, she did it, but she was definitely...
She's never denied it. It's obvious.
The spearhead of trying to get herself sorted. Now, look, just before we move on, can we get one last share from everyone? We've got about 15 minutes left of the show. Sean is going to be live next with... Where's my show notes? Come on. 3:30 with Ebba Carlson. And then he is live. No, that's tomorrow. That's a complete lie. It's Leo Zagami looking at CERN and the Illuminati. And then an ex-police officer at 5 o'clock with Sean looking at the Freemasons and all things Freemasonry. So look, before we get towards the end of the show, give us a like, give us a share. We're going to jump on to our last topic.
I just want to say something.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I'm a big proponent that judges also should be held liable for whenever they release criminals that hurt kids and stuff, and they still release them on
anyone, Paula.
But the judges, they're immune to this. They have immunity. They can, but if judges were held responsible, if they bore any responsibility for their actions and their judgments end up hurting a child or harming another human being, they should be held responsible, because they know the law. There's no excuse for that. They know the law, and they know that this person is high risk, and they still release them. It's just like doctors. Like I'm just saying to you, like the doctors here should bear responsibility, because they kept prescribing drugs. They do get a percentage for whatever prescription they get.
I'm with you, right? I'm fully with you on it. But look, we're gonna quickly jump over to Hollyweird.
Oh my God, Jared Leto. Wish.
Like, as our last topic here.
He gives me Russell Brand vibes. I don't know if you noticed Russell Brand, he's always filthy. That's another guy who turned to the Lord. But it's like, you just want to poke him. You don't even want to touch him, because he looks filthy.
I do know what you mean. They do have that, like, take them outside and holds them down factor. Do you know what I'm saying?
My Siri can catch fleas from these guys.
Right.
That's how I feel about it.
Right. 100%. Right. So look, I've got personal insight into the history of Jared Leto, I knew a girl who was in her early 20s and, well, mid 20s. And, you know, her thing was banging celebrities, right? Like that. She was straight up about it. Do you know what I'm saying? She was a good looking girl, and she recalls conversations with Jared Leto when she just turned 16, because Jared likes to deflower young girls. Okay. And
And
that was.
they always look like Jesus, don't they? Like this guy.
There's nothing wrong with looking a bit like Jesus, okay, or
No,
husky
the way that
Jesus.
Jesus is portrayed, like, you know, and the things they let their hair grow like that, and they, you know what I mean? They try to look saintly.
Well, here's the thing: Jared Leto had a private club that he set up for adults to have adult relations. Right? It was like a whole kink-based thing, right? But the deflowering the young girls. Now, listen. In the UK, the age of consent is 16, so we're not. It's creepy, right? But we're still skirting the legalities here. So Jared Leto's career seems to be impacted. No shot. Seems to be impacted by recent claims against him. The Dallas Buyers Club actor, 54, reportedly lost major roles in Barry Levinson's up-and-coming film The Assassination in the midst of his SA misconduct allegations. According to sources that spoke to Page 6, he was in advanced talks to join the Rain Man director in 2025. One individual said the actor was reportedly extremely interested in the part and the production, and his contribution to the film seemed like a done deal. No one cares, Jared. Okay, we went over all of this yesterday. There's 4 new girls that have come forward now. When they are accusing Jared Leto of this, at the time, we're talking about, within the documentary, one woman, Clara, alleged that she had sex with Jared Leto when she was 17. The act is illegal because the state's age of consent is 18. Then we had a 14-year-old, a 19-year-old, a 16-year-old. This completely fits in to what I was told years ago. Okay. And this is bananas, because when we're talking about 14-year-old girls, there's no getting past that, Jared Leto. There's no getting past that. 100% no getting past that. And I really, really hope this man gets his just desserts for any crime that he is liable for.
What is he being accused of right now? What is the main charge? Because this has been going on for years. For some reason, the mainstream media, this is another thing that bothers me. The mainstream media is complicit, because these rumors have been, and they call it rumors, have been going on. Victims have been coming forward for years, and the press refuses to report on it. Okay, it's just when, and this is another thing that I don't know how the chat feels about it, but I do feel that the press knows all about this. But in Hollywood, whenever they are willing to sacrifice one of them in order to stop people from poking about, this is why I believe they sacrificed Weinstein and Epstein, because people, you know, they much rather sacrifice some high targets so the poking stop. It's like, okay, we're going to give you this guy, you know. It's like with Pablo Escobar, when the police told him, hey, you know, the ones that were on his side, you know, they were saying, you know, we have to look like we're doing something, where we have to sacrifice. So he gave up leather, you know, like Carlos Leather. But one of the main ones, in order to like appease the masses, and then, you know, continue as business as usual.
Yeah, I wouldn't say another Weinstein. A Weinstein just preyed on women, did he not? I think it was mainly women he preyed on, as opposed
to just women. It was that guy from Finch, the other one.
We've got a little bit of video here. I'm assuming this is going to be Jared Leto that they're talking about.
Been covering this morning, starting with our 7 a.m. hour, we shared with you the allegations against actor Jared Leto, with 4 women claiming sexual assault in a new BBC documentary. Well, now, in the past hour, he has made a statement about it.
I'm sorry, was that casino called Yamava? Sorry.
Actor Jared Leto, with 4 women claiming sexual assault in a new BBC documentary. Well, now, in the past hour, he has made a statement about it, saying via his publicist, "I have never sexually assaulted anyone in my entire life. These claims are absolutely and categorically false." Now, earlier we reported to you that the 4 women claim that the offenses occurred when they were teens.
Like, if you told me he was a vampire, right? I would believe you. That was the most like vampire.
We reported to
walking
you that
among
the
Luke.
four women claim that the offenses occurred when they were
creepy, man.
teenagers. And this is all being highlighted in a new BBC documentary called Jared Leto, Hollywood's Dark Secret. A total of 10 women come forward with allegations against the actor and musician, 9 sharing their story for the first time. One of the women accuses the Oscar winner of assaulting her in a motel bathroom when she was 17. Another claims that Leto threatened her with sexual assault when she was 19. A third alleging that she and Leto had sex in California when she was 17, which is under the age of consent. And the fourth woman alleges that Leto made repeated sexually explicit phone calls to her when she was 16, suggesting on at least one occasion that they should have sex. All the women that are featured in Jared Leto, Hollywood's Dark Secret, claim that the interactions occurred between the years 2002 and 2016, when Leto was in his 30s and 40s. Wow. So more as this story.
Well, you weirdo. Now let's just throw this out there, right?
Wait a minute. Fuck me. How old is this guy? He looks
54.
young. It's like Dorian Gray. They say
That's what happens when you suck the blood of your victims, Paula. Okay, that's what happens when you're the high vampiric lord of Hollywood. Okay, but he does look pretty good.
This is like 2016, so he must be in his 40s, 50s almost?
He's 54. He's 54, Paula!
What? Pull up a picture. Pull up a current picture. You have to pull up a current. That's bastard.
Right.
I'm going to be 58 this year.
Yeah, but you don't drink the souls of your kills.
No, I drink my red flesh dragon fruit. Have you forgotten?
Listen, I remember seeing the size of your.
Don't put the picture up. You're going to put the picture up.
Hang on. Jared Leto. No. There we go. Yeah.
He wasn't in Fight Club, was he? No, he wasn't in Fight Club.
No. There's no way this is a current picture of Jared Leto.
Let me see it.
The man is not, he doesn't age.
What the hell? I thought
hang on,
I thought he was like in his 30s right now. It never occurred to me.
Right.
It never occurred to me that he was just the age for his our age.
Okay, right. Here's a picture of him last year. This is a picture of him last year.
No way. Oh, he looks mid-30s.
I mean,
other than a little bit around the eyes, you wouldn't be able to tell.
Little bit, but as you can see, the way that he stands, look how he positions his hair. So his hair covers his crows. His little crow. Paula, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. You can see how he covers the eyes here. You know what I'm saying?
I have the computer on full volume.
I'm sure you do, Paula. I'm sure you do. All right.
Hey,
listen. Regardless of what you think about Jared Leto, this is kind of what happened to Russell Brand, right? And
Russell Brand drives me crazy. It's just
we
like
just need to wait and see.
The Lord, he comes in with the Bible and the shirt down to his navel and a big cross. It's just so freaking dirty.
I mean, I get you. They need hose. They do need a wash. They all look like they need a wash.
I gotta say, Russell Brand is worse than this guy. There's something about. I can't believe Katy Perry was with that guy. Well, she's with Justin Trudeau, which is insane. It's another guy. I believe that he's
Justin Trudeau. Wait a minute. The Canada guy.
Yeah, the former PM.
Is with Katy Perry.
Yes. Where have you been wrong?
What? Oh my God. This woman, right? Like, she's another one. I'm pretty sure she's like 50 something. Oh my God, there they are.
She's in her 40s or something like that. Yeah, but that she does plastic surgery and stuff like that. You didn't know this? He even appeared in one of her videos, hopping up and down with her.
This is. They've been together for a while now, Ron. Everyone's laughing at me and sending me messages on my social medias. But yeah, I don't pay as much attention to Katy Perry.
See, this is why Ron and I mesh. We could do a whole thing. Like, he's been seen with her. It's pretty gross, and it's very, very weird.
Yeah, I feel like he's also had Bell's palsy and has an eye like mine. Do you know what I mean? We're like eye bros, me and this guy. He's got a weak eye too. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was the least enthusiastic I've ever had about my gammy eye. Thank you, Paula. But listen, we're coming to the end of the show. We're going to talk about some fun stuff, right?
I could show you something which is really funny. Remember that there was that video that I wanted to show you about? Actually, Katy Perry's in this video.
Okay.
Let me show you. Let me show you the video. I just thought it was funny. You don't. I'll wait. Because I have it for members only because it's just a stupid video, but that I did and I thought it was interesting. It was funny because this is when what you might call it when Gayle King, Katy Perry, and everybody went to space.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm here for that.
Look at that. I made this video.
Okay.
I'm sharing with you.
I'm fucking doing it, Paula. Wait,
have you shared it?
Yes, I shared it.
Base.
What were you doing?
The final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Their ongoing mission to explore strange new worlds.
I mean, why would you want to do any?
Seek out new life forms and new civilizations.
Just wait.
To boldly go where no one has gone before.
I did my best to not say anything about this topic.
Did you? I don't think you did, Paul.
As a Trekkie,
You did. And you've been yapping.
I cannot keep quiet anymore.
Look at Siri.
Yes, City is even shocked about it.
Pause it. Pause the video.
Gayle King.
You can't keep quiet anymore. Who are you kidding? Like, who are you? Like, who do you think you're? Like, people know you, Paula. You can't. Come on. But yeah, that was full on cringe. I love the way that you like uploaded it in 360 DPI as well. That was sick.
What is that? What is 360?
Oh yeah, don't pretend like you don't know what DPI is.
No, I don't.
It's okay. It's okay. Farmer is gay. Sure. Whoever Farmer is, you've just been outed, mate. Okay? That's how we do it on this show.
But let's just listen to this a little bit because I was laughing.
Now, the reason why as a Trekkie I'm offended is because alien forms, if they saw this stupid thing of Lauren Sanchez, Katy Perry, and Gayle King, they're going to think that we're either too stupid to be invaded or they're going to invade us because we're that stupid. Even the Borg would not dare or would think that it's beneath them to assimilate us because this is so bloody stupid. Look at William Shatner.
Why are we looking at William Shatner?
Because William Shatner, Captain Kirk. Didn't make a fuss. Went to space. Everybody got chills, including me. But no, they have to go and make it more about themselves.
That's actually a really good point.
Oh, Katy Perry. Somebody coined the phrase astronauts, which is what they are. But the fact that they're considering or comparing this little embarrassing trip to Elon Musk rescuing the mission of rescuing two real astronauts who were on.
Yeah, because that's another thing. They were comparing themselves to because there were what you might call it. There were astronauts actually stranded in space for about 8 months, right? And yes, it was horrible. The poor people, and NASA could not get people up there. So Elon Musk sent one of his ships to get these astronauts, And Gayle King is talking about how and Gayle King is like, oh my God, what do you mean? We are astronauts, I'm doing this here.
Yeah, I'm sorry. They're astronauts. Did you just say?
Astronauts.
Astronauts. Try again. Let me make you full screen. We'll get you through this, Paula. Let's try one more time.
Astronauts. I'm saying they're nuts. I'm doing it on purpose.
Well, then don't let me lead you down the garden path like that. If I'm trying to make a fool of you, don't let everyone make a fool of me because you can make a fool of you. You can make a fool of me.
But listen to what Gayle King says because I find these people so cringe wrong. It's unbelievable.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Because they're stupid. I have no words. So I will leave you this so you guys can compare and decide what the hell's going on here.
And then my question is, have y'all been to space? If you've been and you still feel that way after you come back, please let's have a conversation. Number 3, please don't call it a ride. That is not a friggin' ride. Whenever a man goes up, you have never said to an astronaut, boy, what a ride. We duplicated the same trajectory that Alan Shepard did back in the day, pretty much.
Pardon? She's comparing herself to Alan Shepard. Does she? Oh, this stupid cow. I
Listen,
can't.
it's 2026, mate. Do you know what I'm saying? If you do a thing that's kind of like a bigger thing than what you've done, just say it's the bigger thing. Do you know what I mean? It's 2026. Katy Perry suffering that. Do you know what I'm saying?
No
Bonkers.
one called that a ride. It was called a flight. It was called a journey, because a ride implies that it's something frivolous or something that's.
Oh, I just showed you what they were doing up in space. Alan Shepard was literally risking his life. These bitches were going up doing that.
It's lighthearted. There was nothing frivolous about what we did.
1, 2, 3, take us space!
Like, does anyone know? Did they get a mission patch? Does anyone know if they got if that's a mission
They're
patch?
actually
Oh my
legally registered as astronauts.
So then they will have got a mission patch. That is shocking.
Yeah, they did.
That is so shocking. That is so shocking. That is borderline like stolen valor, but the astronaut version.
Yes, exactly. This is why I
100%.
was so angry. This is because in order to go into space, that they call it, you have to go above a certain altitude, and they did.
Oh
So-
yeah, 100%. Of course they did. Of course they did.
So yeah, so I'm gonna show you like here just quickly. I'm gonna show this is actually and they say that this is not frivolous. This is not frivolous, Ron. Look at that.
Well, I'm going to go and hand deliver a letter and declare myself Postmaster General based off of this logic. It's what I'm going to do.
This is 92-year-old William Shatner. He's 92 when he went.
William Shatner have just started their journey to the launch pad, into the crew capsule, and off to space. You can just, I have goosebumps. Like,
William Shatner. And there goes William Shatner. One last photo op before
what
he
a
enters the
surreal moment. Captain James Tiberius Kirk.
92 years old, man. Like, I can shoehorn him in. That does look like a big relief.
92-year-old buddy. This is when he came back.
Hello, astronaut.
All right, we got about 30 seconds, Paula.
Captain Kirk himself.
You have done something. I mean, whatever those other guys are doing, what
Too good.
they don't.
It's too good. It's too good. Well, listen, Paula, we'll be back tomorrow. Thank you so much for being awesome. Thank you to everyone who's been watching today. Make sure you like and subscribe. Sean is next for the next few hours. I'm live over on my channel ranting about the invasion of the West. If you want to come and watch that, we'll listen to some music. Paula, love you all. See you tomorrow. Peace.
Bye, guys.